Welcome back to an episode of Vass Reacts. We got a video from Wordy, like a birdie, like a wordy, like a birdie. The biggest Ragebaiters. So we're gonna dive into this video, man. We're gonna start this video off, man. 2,000 subscribers, man. 2,000 subscribers, man. We all, man, wrote the 4K, man. 10K to go, bro. 10K to go. 10K is the goal for right now. But let's get right into this video, man.
Ragebaiters of all time. Okay, this video just had to be done. You guys really seem to like the last video.
The biggest bums in cartoon.
I had to run it back. Now, Ragebait is an art form, okay?
Right.
It's done to pretty much just make anybody as mad as possible.
Right, I do it all the time.
Methods
I do it all the time.
Madness. Some people might just instigate to Ragebait, or some people might go about the method of being dumb on purpose, like Patrick, for example. Or sometimes people are just really, really annoying to the point where, at this point, they gotta be Ragebaiting, because there's absolutely no way somebody could be this annoying. All right, anyway, so let's start off with Gumball. Okay, Gumball had to be... What the fuck? All right, I'm just gonna ignore that. But anyways...
This nigga just Ragebaited us. Like, why would you just burp in our ear like that, bro? Well, it kind of took the premise from the video, but it was understandable.
Gumball was always trying to annoy everybody. I don't know what it was, but he spent one episode trying to annoy Alan so much to the point where Alan just breaks and gets mad at him. Like, this dude dead ass wanted to ruin his life just so Alan would get mad at him. This is the status update he put on his Elmore Plus. God damn, bro, what the hell did Alan do to deserve that? And
I remember that episode.
Time Gumball did something to him in this episode, it just looked like Alan was about to just start crashing out, and honestly, it's a very understandable crash out. And every time he was about to, he just hit this weird ass face. I don't know what the hell this is, but to show that he was unfazed by what Gumball did. Now that I
remember that episode
life, clearly. To ruin his relationship. He put Darwin's face on a balloon and just had Darwin just kiss everything, even a goddamn toilet. And I don't know how Alan held back from crashing out here. I would have started throwing haymakers, bro. It would have been over. And the amount of times that Gumball got mad at Alan, at this point, Gumball is the one being rage baited for trying to rage bait. Okay, I don't know if that made any sense. And he already went too far right at the beginning, and then he asked Darwin, oh, am I going too far? After he shows a DVD to Alan of his parents getting turned into balloon animals because he sold them to some clown on the street or something. And at the end of the episode, Alan
And notice how that was the clown that kept following Gumball and Darwin around in certain episodes. I think it was only in a Halloween episode that he kept popping up around in the background. But I remember this episode clearly. Alan would not get mad for nothing until he actually technically offed himself. He popped. Yeah, I think because Gumball was mad that he didn't think Alan, like, he thought the happiness was a facade. And Gumball tried to rage bait Alan, but Alan rage baited Gumball, with Gumball returned back with more rage bait.
Tends to fall for Gumball's rage bait, and Gumball walks away thinking that he finally was able to rage bait Alan. And I mean, it really was 1 out of 10 rage bait. All he did was just wipe his feet across the floor so they would squeak on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't really top tier rage bait, but the one time he did successfully rage bait somebody was his arch nemesis by the name of Rob. Now, Gumball forgot Rob even existed. He left Rob in the void.
Rob is the reason season 7 is happening, if you didn't know.
He didn't even know what Rob's name was in one episode, so that's why Rob hates him. And in the episode called The Nemesis, Rob stopped hating him. His new nemesis was now Banana Joe. And the way he decided to get Rob to come back and be his nemesis was to rage bait him. Rob was setting up like these goofy ass, oldest trick in the book ass traps the entire episode. And Gumball just goes up to him and just starts distracting him every single time he's about to get Banana Joe to fall for his trap or whatever. And somehow Gumball just fucks it up for him every time. And I don't even know if he was intentionally rage baiting here. I think he was just being him, but regardless, it's fucking hilarious. But this dude Rob got so mad at him that he just grabs him and just starts shaking him around by the neck. But I guess that was Gumball's goal the whole time.
That was his
he
plan.
wanted an arch nemesis, so I guess he successfully rage baited him.
Yeah.
And I've seen videos of this all over TikTok, and well, that's what inspired me to make this video. It was captioned some shit like, when you successfully rage bait, bro. And honestly, that really is how it feels. Okay, but But now we got a sleeper pick. We got Bugs Bunny. Now I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
what was
W
good with Bugs
Ragebaiter.
Bunny,
W
but this dude was
Ragebaiter.
just a menace. I
Yeah,
remember as a
W
kid, I'd
Ragebaiter.
see a bunch of episodes
The OG
that would air
Ragebaiter.
on, I think, Boomerang or Cartoon Network. It was Elmer Fudd trying to hunt Bugs Bunny during rabbit season. And even when, like, Elmer Fudd is about to shoot him and he's got, like, a fucking shotgun barrel pointed at his face, he always looks so confident because he knows that he's just gonna trick Elmer Fudd every time and just rage bait him. And he does every single time. It's kind of like also the Coyote trying to catch the Roadrunner, too. Like, bro never gets the Roadrunner. But it was just insane how gullible Elmer Fudd was. The amount of times he
Rabbit
fell
season,
for shit,
duck season,
it was
rabbit
insane.
season,
Then in
Elmer
one
season.
episode, I think it was called Duck Season or something like that, Bugs and Daffy were fighting over who was going to be hunted by Elmer Fudd. According to Bugs, it was duck season, and according to Daffy, it was rabbit season. And when they got in a back and forth argument about it, Bugs said the opposite one and got Daffy to take a shotgun bullet to the face. And this happened multiple times, so the sheer amount of rage baiting here was crazy. But at the end of the episode, it ends up being Elmer season. So Elmer gets hunted by Daffy and Bugs. Crazy ending. But Bugs would also often rage bait Yosemite Sam. Now, I think this took place in the 1981 movie. And now I found this clip when I searched Bugs Bunny Yosemite Sam. And pretty much, this dude was trying to have a Western standoff with somebody. And the whole time, Bugs was just rage baiting him. He didn't follow the rules of the standoff. He was already saying he had onion breath at the beginning because he got up in his face. And Bugs being a rage baiter is definitely one of the reasons why I think Looney Tunes is hilarious. Now we got Stewie. Now Stewie always
Stewie,
has
a
something to
rage
say.
baiter?
He's that kind of rage baiter. He'll say the most out-of-pocket shit just to try to get you mad.
Stewie a rage beta? I wouldn't suspect that though. I would just think Stewie, like, he said what he say, but he gonna do what he's gonna say though. I give it to Stewie. He says Stewie can say a lot of shit, but he wound up actually pulling through.
And isn't specific episodes. Like, this is just who he is. He just followed some random fat guy with a tuba. And Chris as well. I don't know why he's like this, but this is the type of funny-ass shit you'll see him doing. In a lot of the episodes, to be honest. And literally every episode, he's making wise-ass remarks to get everyone mad. Or, like, probably the most iconic example I could think of was where he was like, Mummy, like, for
like what?
2 minutes straight.
Lewis!
Lewis! Lewis! Mom!
Mom!
Mommy!
When that episode came out, everybody was doing that. Everybody was annoying their mother like that. And then you just run away. Hi. That's when he, if I can remember the episode correctly, that's when Lois actually whooped him and he actually liked it. And then it was like, okay, that was his way of Lois showing him affection. But Lois got tired of it.
Mommy! Mama!
Trying to get Lois's attention. And then when she finally said what, he just said hi and then just ran away. Like, at this point, he just does it for the love of the game. And Stewie definitely takes it too far sometimes, for sure. Like, he just says, like, the most ruthless shit of all time without even giving a second thought about it. Okay, we have to talk about Mordecai and Rigby. I've talked about them in a lot of videos at this point, but, I mean, they just fit the qualities for a lot of these characters. And when it comes to rage baiting, okay, there's no stopping them. In the episode Lunch Break, Mordecai and Rigby order this super sub sandwich that's like $80.
Damn.
It's like a 8-foot long sub or something like that. And Benson's reaction when they open the trunk is just priceless. But Benson, of course, is pissed off because he spent $85 on this goddamn sandwich that they're probably not even gonna eat all of it. So he said, if you don't eat all this by the end of the day, you are both fired. So they somehow plate cleaned the sandwich by the end of the episode. And honestly, you know what? Yeah, they did kind of deserve that. And in the episode, The Prank Callers, Mordecai and Rigby made this prank call on Benson. And honestly, this is one of the funniest episodes in regular show. But Benson, I don't know, he was low-key asking for
Yeah, he
it
was
because
pissed.
how do you fall for a Joe Mama joke? That's kind of embarrassing. So this
I'ma
was like
fire
the
you.
weakest form of rage bait, yet Benson still fell for it. And after falling for a Joe Mama joke, this dude Benson was screaming through the phone that the person on the other end of the line was going to get tracked down and that he was going to find them. All that over a Joe Mama joke? Yeah, that's kind of insane. I can't lie to you. And this dude just kept yimming on for a whole nother...
Because Benson knew it was dumb. But they was like, Benson was just that boss that wanted stuff done. He didn't care if you had your own free time. But it's like, don't do it to a certain extent. Benson knew it was dumb.
Or 30
So he
seconds
tried
when
to
he
scare
could've
him.
just hung up the phone. And they made him react so much to the point where they couldn't even keep it together. Like, Rigby had tears in his eyes. But this dude, Benson, got so mad that he fell for the oldest trick in the book that he stormed into this room that Mordecai and Rigby were in, that he lost his shit. And he was like,
Ring, ring. Hello. What's that? Mordecai and Rigby are banned from using the house phone?
and then he just destroys it. Like, what I don't get about Benson, he's like always complaining about shit getting destroyed. Yet, I mean, did you see his apartment crash out? Like, that was insane. Benson
Nigga
has got to have
drop-kicked
one
the
of the
TV.
shortest fuses I've ever
drop
seen.
kicks the
And
TV.
Benson was on that same caliber of David Ortiz just smashing the phone in the dugout. And Benson is also responsible for a bunch of shit getting destroyed around the park. Like, this dude is responsible for, like, smashing so many things. It's unreal. Okay, that sounds a little crazy out of context. All right, moving on. But sometimes Mordecai and Rigby rage bait each other. All right, maybe sometimes they get a little bit bored of rage baiting Benson. He has a very short fuse, so obviously he's gonna fall for the rage bait. But sometimes Mordecai will rage bait Rigby. In the episode Death Punchies, Mordecai decides that he's gonna be player one. Rigby wants to be player one in a game, and Mordecai knows he'll beat Rigby in punchies. So he says, let's play punchies for it. On purpose, knowing that he's gonna win. And then when he does, Rigby gets mad at him and he's like, oh, it's not fair, whatever. Because obviously Rigby was not beating anybody in punchies. Skip sent him to the ER one time, so. And he did
I remember
permanent
that
damage
episode.
to one of his cheeks.
One
so
cheek
they call
wonder.
his ass the one cheek wonder now. Then Mordecai brought that back up and, yeah, started using it as rage bait, of course. Then Rigby throws this phone book at a closet door. Then it opens to a page, and it gives him a number to a Death Kwon Do place, where he wants to learn the punch of death, so he could finally beat everybody in punchies. And then eventually he does. He starts throwing haymakers with anything, anybody at the park. Doesn't matter to him what it is. And he gets extremely carried away to the point where he destroys the entire park. Mordecai...
Because Mordecai knew the death block. Bro, I always wanted that to be real. Like, imagine you just gotta get a mullet and cut some jean shorts and learn a bunch of Def Kwon. Like, would that be a banned art form? Like, a banned MMA form?
I learned defensive moves, came back, and fought Rigby in a 1v1. And during the whole thing, he was still rage baiting him. He said his punches were trash because he kept blocking them with defensive moves. And then he said he was never going to win at punchies no matter what he does. And yeah, let's keep it a buck for a second. Yeah, that's probably true. And eventually, Mordecai fake loses just so they'll stop fighting. And then Rigby finally gets to be player one
And
just for him
dies.
to die to a snail at the beginning of the first level. Okay, now we got Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry are always rage baiting each other. But to be honest, it's mostly Jerry. But Tom and Jerry are sometimes friends in some episodes. It's like a love-hate relationship. Now, when I was watching this as a kid, obviously I thought Tom was the villain. Oh, Jerry's got to get away from the mean cat or whatever. But to be honest with you,
It was
this dude,
Jerry.
Jerry was a menace. Like,
Yeah.
now I'm looking back at the show, the amount of injuries and pain that Jerry has caused Tom is unreal. So honestly, there really is no villain. They're kind of just beefing with each other, rage baiting each other or whatever. Sometimes it's Jerry that starts it, sometimes it's Tom. I guess just to cite an example, there's this one episode where they went to the beach. I remember watching this one as a kid. The whole time they were just messing with each other. Like, the moment Tom got there, he just plopped all his stuff on top of Jerry. With them, sometimes there is no harmony. There is no living a normal day. They just went back and forth at it the entire day. I've never seen a beef so persistent in my entire life. SpongeBob and Patrick. All right, they gotta be top 3 at least. There's no way. The amount of clips I've seen floating around IG Reels or TikTok of SpongeBob and Patrick rage baiting Squidward is unreal. Or just Patrick being so dumb to the point where it's gotta be on purpose. There's no way. Like, at this point, he's gotta be purposely pissing them off. In the episode Mermaid Man and Barnacle...
What would you like? Give the customer some time, and Ron, this is the narrator talking. I know a Krabby Patty.
Boy 3.
Oh,
This dude SpongeBob
that's not
was
my wallet.
teaching Man Ray how to be good. Like, he signed his ass up for goodness school. I don't know. In the first lesson, SpongeBob had Patrick drop his wallet and had Man Ray go through a what-if scenario. So he gives Patrick the wallet back. He was like, "Excuse me, sir, did you drop your wallet?" And
That's
Patrick
not my wallet.
just kept denying it. This dude showed him the ID and all. And he even said, yes, that is his ID. But it's not his wallet. He's never seen it a day in his life. And then when Man Ray explained to him that the ID was in the wallet, it's his wallet, even Patrick said that makes sense to him. But then he still denied that the wallet
That's not
was
my
his.
wallet.
Yeah, he's got to be rage baiting, bro. There's no way. There's no one home up there. Like, I don't know what's going on. In
That's that deep
Patrick's
SpongeBob
brain. I have
animation.
no idea. But all I know is that there was not a single thought behind
Nothing.
those eyes. And the
Emptiness.
second lesson that SpongeBob was going to teach him is that if you see somebody struggling to lift something, maybe you should help them out. And when he tried to help Patrick out, he just kept dropping the package on his foot. I know I talked about Patrick
Wasn't it a box full of wallets?
in the last video, but look, I had to mention him again, all right? Like, it's just crazy. But in one episode, him and SpongeBob apparently dug Squidward's house underground. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I've been seeing this one clip of it everywhere where it's Squidward opens the door. SpongeBob and Patrick are just smirking at him, and obviously he's losing his shit because his house is underground. What they were trying to do was dig a hole between their houses so they wouldn't play in Squidward's yard. When Squidward insulted SpongeBob, I guess Squidward called him a reprobate, and he was like, "Yeah, we're reprobates." Yeah. Like, what the
The
fuck?
fuck
And
is
then
a
most importantly,
reprobate?
this dude Patrick said, "No need to thank us." And then Squidward yelled, "Thank you," and Patrick said, "You're welcome." SpongeBob, and especially Patrick, have got to be top tier rage baiters for sure. Now we got Robin from Teen Titans Go. And throughout the show, Robin has a rival called Kid Flash. And now Robin wanted
Oh,
to beat him in a
yeah.
foot race. And when they lined up
He broke his fucking kneecaps, and then he was like, "What? What?"
for a foot race,
He broke
this
his
dude Robin
kneecap.
hit him in the knee with a staff and then just ran to the finish line. And in the episode Sour Grapes, this dude was rubbing it in the entire episode. Even though, okay, yeah, he obviously cheated. And I guess he said that he was enjoying the sour grapes that he bought. I guess that's just a metaphor for being salty. I don't know. And then this dude made a whole song about it. Like, I don't know why the hell he made a song, but for the entire episode, Robin just desperately wants to beat Kid Flash in this, I don't know, crime season or whatever the hell it is. But 9 times out of 10, I feel like they are not fighting crime, which is kind of crazy. And at this point, he's just rage baiting him just to cope with the fact that he cheated. Because any other time, he's losing. Or actually, my bad, guys. He's got that all day. And now we got the most recent example I could find. In Squid Game, player 456 was rage baiting player 388. And to be honest with you, I haven't gotten that far yet. And I really
No.
don't want to spoil it.
456 wasn't rage baiting 388. It was the other way around. 388 was rage baiting 456. 388 was, well, if you haven't gotten that far, well, Squid Game been out for a while. He was they was playing a game, and he was fake throwing the whole thing, trying to throw the game. If you know, you know. Like he said, I'm not gonna spoil it. But 388 was trying to rage bait 456 the whole time, bro.
My brother, the Duck, already watched season 2, and pretty much what he told me. But I've been seeing this clip on TikTok, and, you know, I thought I'd have to include
rage
it,
baiting,
'cause
the whole time. That's season 3. Because Dayho, you know, if you seen season 2, Dayho got them all killed. And then 456 wanted his get back for his friend.
Episode 456 was rage baiting him, literally just by staring at him menacingly whenever he could. But yeah, if you guys
he wanted his
enjoyed
get
this
back
video,
like a
go like
motherfucker.
this video right here about the biggest bums in cartoons. Just click on it. Do it. What are you waiting for?
I'll give it a chance when I get a chance. But anyway, yeah, that's how the video went. Squid Game season 3 is not bad. The ending is kind of a little throwing me off at the end, but it's not bad. I prefer season 2 because season 2 set up the premise between 1 and 3. But yeah, this was a great video. Some people I didn't even know was rage baiters. I think they just had that angry moments and whatnot. Robin did have a lot of rage baiting moments, but he deserved it though, cause they cracked slick on him every episode. Like, bro, baby hands. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, Robin deserved to win that race, and also SpongeBob and Patrick rage baiting Squidward. I remember the one episode he was like, nah, he was like, I'm stopping Patrick. No, he was like, I'm claustrophobic. No, that means he's afraid of Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. Stop it, Patrick. You're scaring them. But, yeah. These are the biggest rage baiters that he has named. If y'all know any more rage baiters, leave them down in the comments below. My favorite rage baiter out of this whole clip was definitely that Rob. No, it wasn't Robin. My favorite rage baiter out of this whole thing was... Well, my favorite moment, well, Bugs is the OG rage baiter. Like, anything that comes with Bugs territory, Bugs is an OG rage baiter for sure. But anyway, make sure y'all leave y'all like, comment, subscribe. Read the link to the video down in the description below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.